for Locke.
And if this is an indication here in the first 13 minutes of how they have trouble running their sets without him, they very much will need him back. Averaging 6 assists per game, and they're missing that right now.
SEC tournament next week in Nashville.
A little isolation for Montgomery.
Montgomery going with the right hand. Gives it up, 15 seconds left. The move, Brooks. Doesn't get the roll, it's tipped home.
That might have been
on the cylinder.
Stated one other quick note from that huddle. He's telling his young men, you have to be aggressive and go to the basket and get into ponds. Don't give him the opportunity to block.
At the 3-minute mark of this first half. First place in the SEC for Kentucky of 2 games on Auburn.
And this guy's got some offense now. Got the little left hook.
Why not? There it is. EJ.
Tyrese Maxey. Oh, good! Out of all the Power 5 schools with a net ranking of 281. They were 100 spots lower than any other Power 5 team. They have improved from 281 to 117. That's the growth of this Aggies team. Another dunk.
Yes, sir. EJ. Opponent, as John Calipari expected. Chandler early in the shot clock missed the 3, and here comes Kentucky off its first points from the bench. Oh, another stop for Montgomery.
Johnson retó a Montgomery y le ganó en cancha abierta para hacerle un jugadón. Primera buena canasta de parte de Florida.
Y aquí están los mejores 5 del equipo de Kentucky con Tyrese Maxey intentando y consiguiendo. Lagartos de Florida, un equipo que ya lo comentaba Toyo, con 17 victorias y con todavía alguna posibilidad de poder llevarse una victoria y llegar, por supuesto, al March Madness. Recordando además que el número 1 de esta conferencia es el equipo de blanco Kentucky. Aquí está, debajo de el...
Una victoria hoy, prácticamente garantizaría para un servidor que Florida esté en el torneo nacional.
Sí, es lo que espera y lo que sabe también Mike White, el coach de este equipo de los Lagartos. Richards, Higgins, Richards debajo del aro, pierde la bola, la recupera, tiene que apoyarse, iba a apoyarse y después bien.
Try to throw the alley-oop to Montgomery. It ends up in the hands of Richards. In traffic, Montgomery there to pick up the offensive rebound.
The penetration by Javonte Smart and the playmaking ability. And what a finish by Williams. That gets the crowd into this game early.
And as you would expect, it's a huge crowd. They're used to championship-type play here, having just won a football crown.
Emmett Williams was not guarding Richards out on the perimeter. He's got to set a ball screen out there.
Higgins, Richards kicks it around, keeps it alive. 4 on the shot clock. Montgomery, finger roll. Nice play by E.J.
He dialed in quickly.
Urbina picked up his second foul. He's out. They go right inside. And how about E.J. Montgomery right over the top?
Brooks Jr. and Johnny Juzang.
Rotating the bigs for foul prop. Sustain on the floor. Heard that on against Mississippi State. This pick and pop he is very effective at. I don't know if his arm will prevent that opportunity.
He was getting a little stimulation treatment on that right shoulder during shoot-around yesterday.
We could have used it before the broadcast.
Good point.
Maxey and slam. Montgomery
opens up that offensive glass for Mississippi State.
Pull up, no good. Offensive rebound, no good. Maxey with a run out, 4 on 2. Montgomery lays it up and in. And a second. Mississippi State hanging around. Stewart with 7. Montgomery takes Perry to the hole, and a pretty move by E.J.
Kentucky team goes to another level.
When you wake up at 5 a.m., what are you thinking about?
I'm thinking about the things that we should have done differently in the broadcast and the replays that we missed and the next film session. And it's how can I get more talk time in between you and Marty? There's a lot going on there at 5 a.m. There you go.
That's what they want to see from E.J.
And the best in the league on the offensive glass.
But Perry just continues to force it up. He was double-teamed again by Montgomery and Sestina.
Not been the best of nights for Reggie Perry with 17 NBA teams in the building.
EJ got fouled and he makes the basket. They're shooting 30%, 13 of 43. We gave you that number coming in. Shooting 59% in the second half during this 5-game win streak. Tonight, we're shooting 29%.
Yeah, Reggie Perry's just got to keep grinding. There's still time in this game to come back. And E.J. Montgomery is feeling that.
Have to go after that rebound. That could have been foul number 3. Double drag up top and a roll and pop. And E.J. Montgomery.
But just the layout, the way that it's constructed, certainly a lot of differences. Outside to Maxey, 13 on the shot clock. First touch for Sestina. Good look. Montgomery inside the...
Goodness, young fella, get on your trampoline.
Vanderbilt by 2. To Montgomery.
That plays a 4-point swing.
A challenge tonight for Big Blue. Brooks. Montgomery up and in. Quickly. Rebound Montgomery. For a little dream shake. In and out and back in.
Cold start for Edwards. Higgins kicks to the corner quickly. He's been a three-point machine. He misses there. Montgomery with the putback. And it's
deal. Luka Garza. And he and Luka Doncic.
Alley-oop. Montgomery picks up the miss. Can't get it to go. Richards battles. Shoots down on the rim. Can't get it to go. E.J. puts it back up. And he's fouled. We'll go inside his expectations for the season. SportsCenter after ACC Hoops on ESPN and the ESPN app. Tiger was asked about the majors record that he continues to pursue, Sam Snead's record, and the importance of tomorrow.
Not the film that I just saw.
8-point advantage. Higgins 17. Gets it to E.J. That's a 2, and it drops.
That's good offense.
Very often you'll see all 3 on the floor at the same time, as you have right now. Maxey to Montgomery, and then back to Maxey on the return. Running hook shot plus the foul for Montgomery.
Bounces to Richards.
Well, how about the pass ahead by Kyra Lewis Jr. to get it to Petty to get that transition 3.
Lewis stays in front of Higgins. Higgins gets it back.
Kentucky wants to drive the ball. Everything they do is to get a drive or a post up.
18-footer E.J. Montgomery, and a guy who's been
steals, blocks, rebounds, loose balls, diving on the floor, things like that. You get 4 points for a charge. But as you mentioned, Herb Jones has gotten most of them. But Nate Oates was telling us last night when Kyra Lewis Jr. won one, he was really thrilled about it. Yep. Something the players, kind of like the turnover chain or something like that, that the play they've taken advantage of, and it's really given them. Kentucky had 4 white shirts right there on the defensive glass and came away with it. Little ball screen coverage change now. Alabama is pressing up and staying.
Richards still doesn't look quite right on the bench. So they go with Montgomery and Sestina in the front court. The lefty Montgomery.
A nice move by E.J. Montgomery. It was a nice pass.
One extra pass turned over. Ty Fagan into the game. He turned it over.
Should have just hit it out top to Brown. Great pass.
He did get away with the walk. They call a foul.
Again, no Nick Richards in there. Lane opens up.
Trying to, or a fadeaway over Richards. Tough shot.
Settled again
with the rebound.
And Richards really magnificent early on D. Nice pass.
Nice lead to Montgomery. There's what you've been looking for. Went right into the hands of Sutton. Back out to McMahon. His three's off the mark. Well, who's going to get it? Higgins comes clear with it. And he runs it up and lays it in for Montgomery.
How about this?
To be the leading scorer in the first half for Ohio State. I knew he'd be a major contributor. Not necessarily the points.
He's got 10.
He is a gamer.
This matches the Buckeyes' biggest lead that they had very early in the game, up 4.
Look at Young's footwork. Doing his homework early on the post. Now he switches.
And the lead underneath to Montgomery.
Yeah, he's going to get the
here on the same floor and then to Ohio State, unless they can do something in the next 65 seconds.
It won't be a pretty breakfast club. Got to do it in a hurry, too. Get the defense set, extend the floor.
Montgomery on a drive against Young with a right hand. Good move.
And then they do step
23. Allen with 15 points here in the first half.
Can we rerun Larry Kraskowiak's pregame speech? Maybe give it to you and get your chin off your chest, please.
Kentucky has turned the ball over 4 times in the last 3 minutes, and it's a 7-0 run by Utah that ends on the Montgomery jump.
Jacuzzis I've ever been in my life.
The other one is in your backyard by the teepee.
Correct. But that one in the Atlantis with the metal racks inside to lay on, and then a salt water that they pump right in out of the Caribbean Sea, fantastic.
You invited me into that jacuzzi at your house, and I said no, as Montgomery hits another.
What are you waiting for? Don't be afraid.
Post game.
Okay. Last shot time here. Zone defense here for the running Utes.
What are you doing? Shot clock down to 10, and again about a 2.5 difference in the clocks. Here comes the ball screen. Higgins keeps it, dumps it down low. Richards. Montgomery with 2 to shoot. Gets the bounce.
I tell you, E.J. Montgomery has been the difference in leading this great
company. By 8 inside 6 minutes to go.
Utah continues to just pack it in, which is a good idea, but you're just giving the Wildcats confidence by letting them go wherever they want.
Nice move by Montgomery.
Defense. Top of the key 3. Rush can't put it down. Here's Higgins to Montgomery, as it usually does every year. How about the rejection at the rim from Bishop? Montgomery able to stuffed.
He can shoot it now.
Brandon Powell, though, misses his first.
Yeah, that kid's got range. Kentucky's got to find him.
Montgomery, catch and score. To quickly. Oh, he was leading into that 3. There's Montgomery.
Utah losing. Oklahoma won in overtime, correct?
How about that?
So Oklahoma definitely cheering for LSU right now.
Montgomery finishes at the rim. Kentucky looking for its 5th straight win with an 18-point lead over visiting Fairleigh Dickinson. To the paint. There's Richards. Well, there's the paint touch, and the hook shot is strong. Montgomery, turn and score.
In the world, is he more famous as a Kentucky player or as a tweeter?
There's Montgomery again.
Oh. You don't want to be on that list.
Dan, it's good for you to come to grips with it.
I don't even say the word defense. See, that's where we're going to get you.
Now, I will say we were implored by, I referenced the dynamic duo of sports information here in Kentucky, Deb Moore and Eric Lindsay. And they both implored. Bishop for 3. Hagan's eyes up. Montgomery, and the flush.
And, man, they just were not ready for it. But, again, part of the maturation process, not playing the scoreboard, not playing down to the competition. And I think Coach Cal's got to be really pleased with it. Yes, they've made a few mistakes here and there, but that's going to happen throughout the course.
Coach Jr. just needs to see a couple of shots go through the bottom of the basket. Ball's on the floor, and here comes Kentucky. Higgins looking ahead. Looking to add to a 7-0 run. Nice move to the basket once again by Richards. At that point, Nick Richards played 35 minutes against Lamar in their last win.
You're talking about a guy who's really never averaged more than 15 minutes a game. Really no one on this team outside of Ashton Higgins last year had.
Slip screen. How versatile is number 3
if E.J. Montgomery can stop it.
And Butler, a very welcome sight for the Blazers, played 17 very important games last year before going down with an ACL tear. Shot clock at 8. Montgomery got that elbow up a little high. He's left-handed, isn't it? Green averaging only 4 points, 4 rebounds, already above his average.
Nice job. A set out of the break that time, but UAB making sure they were wide open on the opposite side. And E.J. Montgomery, so much in this basketball game, especially with the potential of Ashton Hagens being in foul trouble, already having 3 fouls, and Nick Richards. I think that's going to be the strategy of more teams as they play Kentucky with this thin low rotation.
Wow, what a pass again. Career high.
Now Kentucky has went to more of this positionless basketball. They've got Brooks at the 4 position. Not as much back to the basket, not as big, not as strong. And so let's see how Kentucky can operate. This is more of a 4-out or even 5-out in one end.
What a tough pass. Amazing pass. And what a good game. Both he, Benjamin, now with 13, and Scott Grayson are having.
What that shows you is a promising backcourt. Nice future for the Blazers right now. 4-1 on the season. Yet to have run into anything like the Kentucky Wildcats though.
Good entry pass, and forget it after that. What a beautiful.
Under 10. Jefferson on a blow by. Left it short. Every time Lamar goes to the goal, they can hear footsteps from some of Kentucky's bigs. Montgomery, that's the kind of shot.
Back to Maxey, quickly, Hagens. What you love about them is they're strong. They can get in the paint. They get to the free throw line, Mike. Maxey and Hagens. Going into this game, both had 25 free throw attempts on the season.
Montgomery, the hoop of the horn on a beautiful feed.
Just one and only time I fouled somebody shooting a 3 my freshman year against Auburn. He made it. I came immediately out of the game. You think I ever did that again? No.
Montgomery just threw it up there and got it to go.
Middle, there's a double team out front.
Sestina back into the game for Kentucky, the transfer from Bucknell. Going to ask a lot of that young man this year. Baseline jumper, and maybe that'll get the
arms. The transfer from Bucknell, solid last year, 16 points, 12 rebounds a game.
Sestina, nice pass to Montgomery. That's some great offense this May, and there's Hobway all the way on the other end with the bucket.
Nice move by Hobway. Initially, he did not have numbers. But he did on the finish. He just attacked until he was stopped. He wasn't stopped.
Kick out past Montgomery. And that will get his confidence.
Box inside. They say he's improved his footwork, and there's a demonstration of it right there in the low post.
And a nice look inside. E.J. Montgomery. Jump shooter, but a decent look inside. Decided to kick it out. Look at this cut by Arns, but the pass is taken away. Kentucky in transition. Montgomery
ran the court really well.